Well, welcome back, everyone. Well, if ever there was an important word in education today, it's innovation. I mean, outside of the fact that every time you turn your head, technology is racing to a new frontier, and the kids today are confronted with so many issues. So if you're not an innovator in the world of education, you're going to get left in the dust. Well, we're seriously fortunate that right in our area, Saratoga Springs School District happens to be a very innovative school district. And joining me today is the big dog, Mike Piccirillo, who's the superintendent of the Saratoga Springs school system. Welcome, Michael.
Oh, thanks, Jesse. It's great to be here.
Real nice to have you here. Well, you're it, Mike. You're the superintendent. You know, we work a lot with Joe Dragoni down in Ballston Spa School District, and they're also a very innovative district. When we were talking before we went on air today, boy, you just were loaded with all of the different programs and all the different initiatives that you guys are working on. So let's start with the Foundation for Innovative Learning.
Sure.
When was that formed?
That was formed about 3 years ago.
Okay, what was the purpose?
The purpose really was to give our teachers and our students an opportunity to be innovative and creative outside of the normal school budget constraints. Yes. So we were looking to foster that desire to really try new things and to fail forward, such as happens in the private sector with research and development.
Mm-hmm. Now you're seeing, I'm sure, the same thing that we see all the time, and we work a lot with Jamie at Franklin Center on Project Lift. There seems to be a real concerted effort to recognize that there is certain learning and fundamentals that have to be taken care of in the classroom. The budgets go toward making sure that that happens. But outside of the classroom and around the classroom, there's a heck of a lot of work going on with these innovative programs. Michael said something to me before we went on air. He said it was to really foster innovative, creative thinking for the students and the teachers, and I find that pretty fascinating too. So give me an example.
Yeah, so I mean, in terms of student innovation, we had a group of students who 3 years ago wanted to put on STEM events for younger students to get them interested in engineering. And so 2 of our high school seniors created EYE, Educating Young Engineers. Mm-hmm. And that's a program that puts on Saturday programs for kids from grades K through 6 to really get them interested in STEM engineering programs in the school district. And we funded that through the foundation.
Oh, you did. I want to talk about a couple of other of these innovative programs. There was one that involved ukuleles.
Yes.
Now, hang on to your hats for this one. Yeah, tell us about it.
So we have a music teacher at the middle school who proposed a grant for classroom set of ukuleles, and we thought it was innovative because a lot of our students don't think that they're musically inclined, and so they never try an instrument. And with the classroom set of ukuleles at the middle level, every student who's not in orchestra or band gets to try a stringed instrument. And so now we have all these students being exposed to a simple stringed instrument that hopefully will foster some interest in furthering their work in music area, and maybe they'll find a talent there.
Well, you know what? This is proven many, many times over that when a child is exposed to a musical instrument, and dance also, they say this about, that it really improves their cognitive skills. Now, you don't necessarily make the connection between music and math, but man, there are a lot of connections. And of course, the children are at their very formative age. You know, they're a little apprehensive about trying something new, about seeing who they are, testing themselves with their peers. Right. I was talking to Matt at Saratoga Guitar about this, because they, I think, provided the ukuleles. And it's a very simple instrument to learn to play, and quite honestly, you just got to whack it, and you're in.
That's right.
So, it does give them the opportunity to, like I said, express themselves in all of those different ways. One of the innovative programs that really strikes me is if you go out Geyser Road and you go out near the Geyser School, that's an elementary school, correct?
That's correct, yep.
There's an apple orchard there. Tell me about this.
Yes, so one of our music teachers at Geyser Road had this creative idea that if he could create an outdoor classroom that would be used in a multidisciplinary way, it would be an awesome way to give students a chance to be creative. And so he designed an apple orchard. and the foundation funded it initially and to purchase the apple trees and some other items that would go into the orchard. However, it was such a great idea that parents in the Geyser Road community decided that they wanted to get involved.
Yeah,
and now we have this full-fledged apple orchard with benches that turn into tables, with areas for students to do quiet reflection, to do writing, and also they can do science because they're tending and caring for this apple orchard. So it's really turned into a entire community kind of experience, but it's a multidisciplinary outdoor learning space.
You know, and of course, you just mentioned the key word there is that it fosters community involvement. As soon as you bring the parents in and the local business owners in, and the students get an opportunity to communicate to each other without using a telephone, by the way, a mobile phone, sorry, that, you know, you're really drawing in, and all of this is innovative learning.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes, and innovation is a very broad concept, and I think it's good that it's a broad concept because it allows for people to explore their interests and explore really the needs of our community in a variety of different ways.
Now, the Foundation for Innovative Learning here in Saratoga really derives its funding from a couple of very specific sources. They do get financial support. You do write grants?
Yes, we do.
Correct?
Yep.
They do a fundraiser each year. When is it? It's in the fall, isn't it?
This is in October of each year.
Got it.
And we do it at the Prime at Saratoga National. And it's called Celebrate, Innovate, and Educate.
Yeah, that's right. And you raise quite a bit of money through that. But here's where you get involved. They need mentors. They need people to help support these initiatives, if they're class trips, or if the apple orchard needs some maintenance or something like that. You know, just think about the out-of-the-box ways that you can get involved. And, of course, donations are always appreciated. And all of that money goes back in the programs, right?
Yes, all of it, because the board that runs the foundation is not-for-profit, so no one gets any paid.
Yeah, that's right.
We're all volunteering, and so every cent goes into programming. We have raised over $50,000 over the last 3 years. We have funded 17 grants in the school district.
That's a lot of ukuleles.
It is.
Well, Michael, you know, by the way, we've got 6,400 students in the school system here in Saratoga Springs. So, well, Michael, it's great to have you in. Great to see you again.
Oh, thank you, Jesse.
And you're welcome anytime. Come in and talk about innovative thinking.
I'd love to come back.
Good.
Thanks.
Nice to see you.
Okay, nice to see you too.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.